my boyfriend at that point. He tells me, "Oh, I need to like break up with you. I'm not happy in this relationship. I really need to focus on my education." And I'm like, "Bitch, your education is not suffering because of me." If you've ever attended a college party down south, you know what I'm talking about. Hi guys, I've always wanted to do a story time. It's basically my experience when I was 20 and I didn't know anything about college and I didn't know anything about people and I realized that I didn't know anything about my boyfriend either at the time, which was insane because we had been together for a year at that point. There are some lessons that you need to learn on your own and in your own time, and that's completely fine. And the story makes me really mad because I was 20, like I didn't know how to stand up for myself, but someone else should have. Like, to give you some context, this was when I was 20. I was dating my first boyfriend, and this party was at his place. So, like, it was his friends, no one there that I kind of like would consider my friend. A good advice would be to date someone who you can consider your friend. But at that point, I had no clue how many people he had called or invited as of such. But I just gone because my boyfriend was there, and like a few of his friends were there, and I kind of like at that point I kind of like knew those people like really well. I thought क्या ही बुरा हो जाएगा. I'll tell you something about the kind of people that had come to the party. And it was not really a party, it was more like a get together where you call one person, then three people show up, and then, more random people just show up. His place, he had recently shifted to an apartment, and his place was like sort of the hangout place for all the guys in their batch and all the girls from my batch for some reason. But sure, I mean, friendly dude. At that point I was very like, I had no trust issues. Honestly, it's great that didn't have any trust issues. I didn't deserve the trust issues that I gained after that. Yeah, so I thought, oh, okay, yeah, he's really friendly and his friends are really nice and everything is really good. So, obviously people want to hang out with them all the time. Yeah, big mistake. Then I really don't understand why he would invite me to such a party anyway. Because first of all, I was 20. I was not into the things that they were into. And, there were a lot of girls from my batch. So it was basically like his friends or the people that he used to live with at that point were dating a lot of people from my batch, and my boyfriend used to be really good friends or is really good friends with this girl that was also in my batch. Let's call her B because that's what she is. Sorry. So she was also at the party because her friends were dating his friends, and she was friends with my boyfriend. So it's just a hangout. I have reached there before anyone else. Obviously, it was his house, so I used to go there quite regularly. But I didn't know all of these things. I didn't used to, and I still haven't like partied a lot, so I don't know that people are supposed to come late or that someone says 5, you're supposed to drag it on to like 7. I didn't know any of that, so I just landed up at his house, and at that point it was just me and his friends and him, and everyone's really nice. We're playing game, we're playing cards, or we're playing like they're fucking teaching us like teen patti or whatever, and everyone's fine, everyone's chill. These girls from my batch show up, okay, and mind you, B is one of the girls. Now it's sort of like getting started, so everyone wants to play music and everything, and like someone's laptop is on, there's someone's Spotify on it and everything. I'm generally a very, like, at that point I was even more of an introverted person than I'm today. It's also kind of sad that I always thought that I didn't belong with those guys, and which is kind of true. I really didn't. Those are not the kind of people that I want in my life. Like, just the quality of it, not that they're bad or anything. Just like, I think they were too pretentious for me. Uh, Maybe I was too pretentious for them. Whatever. So I mean, I knew those people, but they've always been very like civil towards me. I've only ever gotten to know men when I've been dating them, and they just made me realize that it's really not worth it. And even times when I have tried to be friends with men, it's always ended up just so damn bad for some reason. Very solid that I'm not interested like that. Like, I just don't want to be friends with men. Like, okay, be civil, be kind, be nice, be helpful, everything of that sort. But to consider them my friends, that's a bit of a stretch. I have bad news for anyone who thinks I'm their friend. Like, I always had my own group of friends and my own group of girls, and So I never wanted to become friends with. I've always known that there's only like 4 or 5 people that you can maintain in your life, and beyond that, it's sort of fucking overcrowded at that point. I don't do that. So okay, being civil, being nice is fine with me. What happens is that one of them starts smoking, and you know how they were smoking, they were passing it along, and everything. And I mean, it's probably great for the people who do party, and it's probably fun for them. But it was a little disgusting that everyone's lips was touching the same cigarette, and I was kind of like uncomfortable. I think I started getting uncomfortable straight from that point, and I was like, bruh, this is not for me. Like what the fuck am I doing here? Once that feeling sets in where you feel like you don't belong somewhere, that's when that's like the fucking, I've always felt like mature and immature at the same time with some of these people. Like I feel like it's immature of me to like judge them for their drinking or smoking habits. And sure, like you do you. Like I mean, I don't think a lot of people were drinking at that party, but everyone was slightly, under the influence of something. God, okay, there was this one weirdo, one of the guys that my boyfriend used to live with, his girlfriend, like she would come over and then they would instantly like say hi and bye, and then they would get into their room, and then for the next 20-30 minutes, like everyone in the fucking house would like just hear them. Why did you invite people over if you just wanted to get into your room and get on with it? Like you, and it's like his house, so he's invited people over and it's his friends and people. So I'm already getting bored. I'm already like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I should just, we were sitting in a group. I remember at some point in the evening, they've like turned off the lights, and it's even and it's sundown time, so it's like very quiet and nice, and the birds, everything is very chill. Conversation just goes to some mutual people that they kind of knew, that we all kind of knew. Like they're people from our college. They're people from actually his batch. Okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm looking at everyone just taking turns like insulting those two. Like from what I could gather, they had not done anything personally wrong to anyone in that group. The insults were mostly to, oh, they come from such a family and they come from such a place, and oh, they like their parents are poor, or like they look like that, or they talk like that. And I was sitting there and I was listening, and I didn't know all of these people, so I obviously had no reason to contribute, and I would never fucking contribute. Everyone's sort of done, and then it comes to my boyfriend. He says something that was so vile. I don't even remember what it is. I remember the feeling that I got after I heard him say it. It was so vile, and it was so uncalled for. Something about their physical appearance, or something about, it was like so random. Like those people were just like insulting them on their fucking knees, on their fashion sense, or like the kind of clothes they wear, the kind of place that they come from. And honestly, I was just kind of like, what the fuck? I honestly understand hate. It's not like I don't. If someone's done something wrong to you and you hate on them every once in a while in a group setting with your friends, honestly, deserved. Sure. From what I knew about the whole situation, nothing of that sort had ever happened. It was just people, it was just a bunch of fucking people punching down on these. And everyone's laughing. Like he said it, and everyone's laughing. And how you make a great joke and then you look around to your favorite people to see if they're laughing. That's just completely natural. So he was looking around and he like, oh, all of his friends. And then he looks at me and like, honestly, I don't think I laughed because why the fuck would I? And I didn't like I looked at him and he was laughing and everyone else was laughing, and I looked at that group and I was so disappointed. None of the other people that were there owe me anything, but especially my boyfriend being such a shitty person just for some laughs, just for some minor validation. And that's sort of, I don't think I've ever told him that. That's sort of the first time that I ever realized that I'm not gonna be dating him for long. It really makes you realize the power of your words and how they can actually affect people's confidence and people's lives. And even when those words are not said to them, like you're putting them out into the universe, you're putting such negative energy into the universe. I just looked at him and then I was like, okay, okay. I said that to myself. I went back to playing my music. I think I stopped making eye contact with people at that after that point in the party. Or whatever the fuck that was. I'll explain what happened like next. So this is not even the best part of the story. The best part of the story comes now. So everyone's like sort of like divided like, into groups. Like people are making out on the fucking here and there, and like friends are talking, and then someone's girlfriend is flirting with someone else. Sure. And like one of their friends shows up drunk to the place, and he always shows up there because he was really good friends with my boyfriend and all of his friends. So he would just really randomly show up like drunk. And this guy, I think he had a problem. Nobody's gonna admit it. Nobody would even bring it up socially. Like this guy was sloshed like every week, every day of the week, in college, in no matter where he was going, he was drunk. And you know how drunk people are. Drunk people get like, so these people were like high, so they were high on other things, so these people were like low. And he was drunk, so he was high, and he was high energy. So he was just like dancing around and like, doing a little bit of what we call tamasha. Okay. And I'm just like, fine, it's nothing I've never seen before. So I was like, how, okay, like these people are used to it. But what has changed this time is that there are other girls over. So boyfriend, there's B, that girl, she's over. Okay. And now sudden, and she's uncomfortable with the thing. Valid. Someone's really drunk in front of you for the first time, you'd also be very uncomfortable. A really nice person. That guy who's always drunk, he's like a really nice person. Nice from the bottom of your heart. He's just drunk all the time, and he's really smart. Okay. So so people are getting uncomfortable with him. I'm sitting in one corner. I'm like, how does this matter? You all are doing tamasha. He's also doing something. It's fine. This is what it is. This is your friend group. Enjoy. So and then I hear like B and my boyfriend talking and some other people talking, and they're like, oh, this guy is such a, and they're looking at the drunk guy, and they're like, oh, this guy's creating so much, like, he's doing so much drama, and what is his behavior? Like, why would he show up to your house uninvited like that? Bitch, that's their friend. The fuck are you talking about? You show up uninvited to their house. What the fuck? After all of this, they're comforting that girl. They're like, oh, it's okay, like, he's just like that, and like he does that sometimes. I'm like, that's your friend. Just because he's drunk and he can't hear you, you're gonna like badmouth him, like, right, just like that. He's like, oh, I don't know why he would do it like that. I don't know why he would show up so drunk when he knows other people are around. Bitch. So now there's like a hierarchy to your friendship. These girls are over your fucking friends that you hang out with every single day in college. And I was like, okay, bitch about your friends right in front of him. I don't care. Just because he's drunk and he's like, not gonna remember any of it potentially. Sure, go ahead. Yeah, and that happens, and suddenly I think suddenly I think at some point they realize that nobody's talking to me, and I'm fine with that. I'm sitting in one corner. I'm just wasting time. So they send this guy who's super drunk, to come talk to me. And at that point I was really like into modern art and like everything of that sort. So and he's also like a really if there was a guy who was smartest in that group, it was him. Like the guy who's always drunk. Okay, nobody, I don't think these people could even compete with him sober. So, and he was like really nice and really, so he sat down with me. And some people have that thing where they can really control their alcohol really well. So when they want to do stupid shit, they can do stupid shit. But when they want to have a conversation with you, they'll sit down and they'll like calmly have a conversation, and you can like talk about things and everything. So he's just sitting right next to me, and we're like googling like artists and like talking about paintings, and he's introducing me to a few of his favorites and everything. I don't even, and I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Like, I felt like such a charity case that day. Like, they've sent a fucking person who wants to just have fun to get bored with me so that I don't get bored. Then I noticed the most horrible thing about this party. Okay. So, this guy, I realized that this guy has been sent as a distraction because they don't want me to see what this party is, which is basically a way for my boyfriend and his girl best friend to hang out in a weird way. Or maybe they wanted me to see it, which is even weirder. Because at least if you're gonna like micro cheat, then do it properly, do it. The fuck? So so I look up from the laptop and like from wherever I'm sitting with his friend. And these two are super high. They're sharing a fucking cigarette, everything. They're sitting on the sofa, like right opposite to me. And they're like with the let me just do it for you guys. Okay, so if this is the sofa behind me, they're doing this. Okay, and then they're looking at each other like that. Like her face is towards him, and my boyfriend's face is towards her, and there's like this much of a gap like between them. There's literally this much gap between them, and you know how that gap feels sometimes when you're really attracted to someone. I I can't believe I'm saying this, but when you're really attracted to someone and you're sitting at a distance with them, the fucking everyone can feel the electricity between you guys. Okay, so I'm just looking at them at this point, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening there? But nobody else is bat an eye. Okay, everyone's like, oh, this is so common. This is normal. Right? They're friends. You know, the number of times I've been gaslit by that bunch. Okay, they've told me things like, you don't know how to be friends with people. This is how friends hang out, and this is normal. Like, oh my god, they're high. They're having a conversation. What conversation, miss? They're not talking to each other. They're just looking into each other's eyes. I'm sorry to say, but that's too intimate for friends. I'm sure that's okay for your boyfriend to do with his girls friends. Ugh, girlfriends, but I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's okay with me. So, and I'm not gonna say anything about it because I just want to see how far it'll go. Guys, and that goes on for like a proper half an hour, 1 hour. Okay, and at this point, I think everyone at that party is sort of also weirded out by it, but nobody's gonna say it because if they admit to it, then I have a problem. Then I get a fucking valid reason to mess with all of those guys. Okay, so nobody's saying anything. Everyone's super chill about it. And at some point, they get up, whatever. I don't even remember after that about how the party ended or whatever. But eventually, I think everyone started talking to each other again, and like they sat in a group setting. A lot of other people joined in. Weird ass behavior. People showed up with their boyfriends or whoever they were fucking at that point. Then people leave, and I go home too. And I'm experienced. Like I go home and straight up my roommate, straight up my best friend, my roommate. I give her all the tea. I'm like, you tell me if I'm crazy, if I'm being crazy right now. You let me know. He was just talking to her. I'm not gonna say that he was not. I was looking into some guy's eyes, sustained eye contact for like fucking hours while I'm fucking high. I was just like, fine, whatever. And I didn't bring it up for the longest time. Okay. And but that was like the day. That was like his behavior with that girl and her fucking behavior and her friends' ignorance to all of it. And just everyone in that fucking group just being fucking weird, you know, orgy-esque vibe. I just didn't like it. And everything was very colored in micro cheating and gaslighting and, punching down on people. So I was just like, I'm never coming to one of your things. But I didn't really understand at that point that I needed to break up with him because, well, I was attached. And I don't think I could have seen it as clearly as I see it right now, that it was fucking toxic and it was fucking insane for me to just even be there. Like I should have just gotten up and left that place. Something is not really completely wrong. Like they didn't like kiss technically in the right terms, wrong. So if you don't leave at something that's completely wrong, then they can always get you back. Like that's how manipulators work. You would also end up manipulating yourself and being like, oh, maybe it was not that big of a deal. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe this is a me problem, and that's what happened to me. Maybe I just gaslit myself, and those people gaslit me, and my boyfriend gaslit me, and they were like, no, you don't know how to be friends with people. That's completely on you. I was also like, I don't know how to be friends with men, and that's completely on me, which is kind of not not kind of true because I don't want to be friends with men when they, you know, expect to look into my eyes for prolonged periods of time. I just don't. I don't want to hold your hand. I don't want you to give me unnecessary comfort. You know what they say? Shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on. So I feel like for people it happens. Like if you cry about something to someone, then you will eventually get attached to that person and the kind of comfort that they bring you when you talk to them. So, and I didn't end it instantly. but what but imagine, just guess what ended up happening. Maybe not even 6 months, my boyfriend at that point, he tells me, "Oh, I need to like break up with you. I'm not happy in this relationship. I need to focus on my education, my academics, and they're sort of in the ground and like they're really suffering." And I'm like, "Bitch, your education is not suffering because of me, okay? Your education is suffering because you're a fucking addict. Let's be clear about that. Let's be honest." I was like, after all of that had happened, I was not very like attached to him. Like when something like that happens, I think every day is sort of like a exercise in detachment from that person. Like every day I was just like, okay, maybe I don't like him, maybe I like him, maybe I don't like him, maybe I like him, maybe I don't like him, and that eventually leads you to sort of like not give a fuck. That's what I think, that's what ended up happening with me. And when he told me 6 months later that, "Oh, okay, I don't feel the same way about you," and blah blah blah, and like I want to be focus on my academics, I was like, "Sure, man, go ahead, get that degree and have fun." So yeah, my exams got over at that point, like had just gotten over. So I was anyway going home. So I was like, this is great. This is a great time to break up. I get to go home and I'll forget about him because my family keeps me very busy. Like they're literally the most entertaining. So I go home and we break up. And guess, just guys, take a guess. Take a wild fucking guess who he starts dating 2 weeks later. You're right. You're absolutely correct. It's that fucking bitch. I would really want to take names at this point, but I'll let it go because, it's been such a long time. And I really don't hold anything against them. I think it's the best thing ever. I think they really, did me a favor. I really learned how to respect myself, how to respect the things that I believed in and my values and everything. Sort of get to know myself again, get better at things that I was not good at. Um, Work on my confidence, work on win. That's a win in my books. All I need you guys to like take back from this story time is that you never know when something is absolutely the fucking best thing for you. Like you'll cry about something, might just be the best thing that ever happens to you. It's one of the best things that ever happened to me. I genuinely hold no grudges anymore, except sometimes when like someone posts a story and she's in one of those stories. Like no hate, but like get off my fucking Instagram. Like do not to show me your face on a random maybe my ex apologized, but that bitch, she never apologized for anything. She's always done very, great things. I heard a lot of shit after that as well. Like how they used to like go on walks and like I think he only told me how he used to like hang out with her and lie to me about it, which was honestly great because it really like it really made me like get over the whole situation. At a certain point I realized that I really didn't deserve any of it. So yeah, takeaway, sorry, never know when something's the right thing for you. So time heals almost everything, and what you cannot heal you can always grow from. Also, when you're 19 and you go to parties, please be careful, take a friend. Take like a real friend, not randos. Take like a real friend with you always, and enjoy your life, take experiences for what they are, just experiences, and have fun. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching my story time. I love you all. Please take care, be safe, and do not be stupid and reckless with your life. That's a pattern that I've been noticing quite. I mean, in my generation and the people who are younger than me, do not take it recklessly. Life's a beautiful thing, and I will see you next time.